agenda or any other item district business that is not in the agenda. We have Mr. Thomas Andrade. If you could please join us.
Testing. All right. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Thomas Andrade, and I work as a tutor for Expanded Learning Sparks program. And I'm here today for the tutors. I'm here today speaking for the tutors and site leads, the frontline staff who keeps our program running every day for our students and families. The truth is, the cost of living is going up. Rent, groceries, gas, but our pay hasn't kept up. Tutors and leads are actually the only positions in our department who haven't received a raise in the last 3 years. Every other role has seen an increase, except the people who are with the kids every single day, helping them to learn, helping them to keep safe, and making sure the door stays open. We've also noticed more management positions being added, and while leadership is important, it feels only fair that the district invests more in the people on the ground, the ones students see and rely on the most. In a moment, you will hear from my colleagues who will talk about the proposed $1.2 million contract renewal with After School Unlimited. Before approving that, we're asking you to think about whether that money, or even part of it, could be used to raise wages for the staff who are already here, committed to our kids, and making the biggest direct impact. If we really want what's the best for the students, the smart invest that we can make, it's in the people who work with them every single day. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Aram Graciano.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Aram Graciano. I've been a tutor at the district for 6 years. In that time, we tutors have not received a raise in 3 years. We are also on the only staff group without any wage increase during that period. Currently, we earn $20 to $25 an hour. This is not a competitive wage compared to similar positions around the Imperial Valley. We are the frontline staff working directly with the kids every day, supporting their academic growth and well-being. We believe that the people who work most closely with students should be our priority for investment. Meanwhile, there is a proposal to renew a contract with After School Unlimited Inc. for $1.2 million. No staff member from the district has a salary anywhere close to that amount. We respectfully ask, could that funding instead be used to raise our wages and expand our hours? We also ask that you take a moment to review this contract carefully and determine whether the same repeated curriculum is truly worth an investment of $1.2 million. Please consider that investing in your own staff, those who are already here committed and engaged, will have the most direct and lasting impact on students. Thank you for your time and for considering our request.
Thank you. Joe Robles.
Good evening, board members, district employees, and community members. My name is Joe. I've been an expanded learning tutor. I've been working in the after-school program for 15 consecutive years. As a frontline staff, we're the ones that work directly with the students on a daily basis. We see their needs firsthand, we support their growth, and we help ensure that they succeed in and out of the classroom. We have the responsibility to ensure the safety and well-being of our students. We have the responsibility to ensure we remain engaged, even when we exceed our classroom group size, and even when we are misplaced without a facility. With the investment of every year, we have additional responsibilities that come with extra work assignments. We are expected to ensure this work gets done without any extra income for our effort, our commitment to a program, or our time outside of the school hours. However, despite our critical importance in our roles, we do not feel supported, particularly when it comes to our wages and work hours. Our wages have not seen an increase in nearly 3 years. During that time, the cost of living has risen significantly, and yet our compensation has remained stagnant. Our current pay is not competitive when compared to similar positions across the Imperial Valley, and as a result, highly qualified staff are choosing to leave for better opportunities at other districts. We believe that available funds in the budget could and should be used to raise our wages and increase our hours. Investing in frontline staff is investing in student success. We should be a priority. We are asking the board to recognize our value, hear our concerns, and take action to ensure we are supported and fairly compensated for the essential work that we do. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gustavo Andrade.
Good evening, board members and Superintendent Arturo Jimenez. My name is Gustavo Andrade, and I'm proud to serve as a site lead for the Expanded Learning Department, also well known for Sparks. I'm here tonight in full support of these 3 tutors who spoke before me. Our frontline tutors are the heartbeat of our program. They are with our students every single day, all day, nonstop, creating safe spaces, building trust, and supporting both academic growth and social emotional well-being. They are the ones who truly make the magic happen. As classified permanent employees, it would be fair for them to receive a raise and, when possible, expanded hours. They're not just after-school help. There are educators, mentors, and role models, and investing in them is investing directly in our student success. I also ask that the work of site leads be considered. We coordinate programs, solve problems on the spot, support staff, and ensure everything runs smoothly for hundreds of students each day. Like tutors, site leads deserve to be part of the conversation when it comes to fair compensation. My hope is that as classified permanent employees, we can have the same fairness enjoyed by our CSEA and classified confidential colleagues, whether that's through a raise now or moving forward, a salary schedule for us Spark staff. Thank you for your time and for recognizing the people who make our department strong every single day. Thank you.
Thank you. Ismael Arbizu.
Okay. Good afternoon, board. My name is Ismael Arbizu. I am a tutor at Calexico and Aurora High School. My work is primarily focused on credit recovery through subject.com, as you may know. And I started at Kiki Junior High. I come to you today to asking for a request to support a pay raise for all Sparks tutors. The reason being that our pay rate is stagnant, inert, stale, un pago estancado. Many positions that have been recently added to our program have been approved with salary increments. Meanwhile, the biggest workforce of the program, the tutor and lead tutor, has been left behind to be complacent with the same rate as when I got here 3 years ago. I come to present myself and those who are too scared to speak up. The counter argument is that there's too many of you guys. There's not enough money. The reality is, it couldn't be the opposite. Sparks invests millions into the enrichment and trainings they provide, which on one hand, I love the dedication of helping our students explore every form of art, sport, and hobby, but when will they invest in their workers? If we can invest in our bus drivers, cooks, custodians, health technicians, ground maintenance, why not the tutor? Maybe move up and get a better position? Many tried, but others that weren't even fully qualified got the position. People who have more than a decade working for our community don't get the seniority because no one says otherwise. I love my job because I get to empower students who feel powerless, give support to those who need it, and always show them that there is hope for everyone. I myself work with the young adults who many are in the thin line of deciding to drop out of school or continue pushing through. I have coworkers that are teaching students their first experiences through the first years of their life in kinder all the way to their new life as adults in high school. The leads work all year long with the same pay rate, doing mountains amount of tasks, but in the summer, there's 3 different people doing the same job that they do at the higher rate, meaning that it's a labor that they are willing to pay when they want to. All I request is some sort of consistency. If we're getting paid by our education, then associates is $20, bachelor's is $25, master's is not even there, and PhD, fíjate, there has been a person with a PhD working under Sparks, and they got paid $25, the same as everyone. Consistency is having brackets because the Sparks tutors workforce is educated and many with credentials. If a union is needed, well, let's hope we can do it so we can get what we deserve. Thank you.
Thank you. Guadalupe Navarrete.
Hola, buenas tardes. Es la primera vez que estoy en una junta así. Estoy un poquito nerviosa. Mi razón que me hizo venir fue porque ahora hice una llamada al distrito y me dicen que iban a tener esta meeting y mi razón era que hablaba al distrito que me decían yo pedí alternativas ahora que mi niño va a empezar la escuela en la Dianza. Yo vivo hasta la calle Gusencraft Street, que tengo que pasar que las vías del tren a esa hora, el tráfico del Imperial. Estoy viendo las alternativas que tengo por si dado caso un día se me atora saber cómo, ¿verdad? Que no falte el niño y que esté presente a la hora de la escuela. Si dado caso me pasa un incidente con el carro, que no me funciona, que una llanta entonces quiero ver si hablaba al distrito para ver si ya tenían transporte disponible, que me gustaría inscribirlo, y me comentaba la muchacha que nomás a los niños con especialidad, educación especial les daban, o si no, si vivían en áreas rurales, y le digo que no, y me dice, pues deberías de ir a la meeting, dice, a ver qué te sugieren. Le digo, porque yo he sabido que si hay ayudas como referente, como a lo mejor si no hay un bus, te pueden proporcionar algo alternativo, que pase un bus y tú lo puedas acercar al niño. O le digo, pues está también el transit bus que pasa por la estación 2 de la bombera, también se puede acercar el niño, que me queda más cerca, agarrarlo, pero dice, ¿quién te va a pagar ese dinero todos los días o cuando se te atore? A lo mejor te pueden dar un budget, o le digo, no, pues simplemente como en IBC, le digo, existen bases, ¿cómo se dice? Tarjetas, como tarjeta para que cada viaje te van pinchando lo que es como una tarjeta de viaje. Le digo, pues no sé en qué manera me puedan ayudar. Ese era mi problema y es lo que quería ver, cómo me puedan ayudar en ese caso, ¿verdad? Más que nada.
Alguien de la mesa directiva va a comunicarse con usted.
Okay. Gracias, muy amable.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. We'll go to C, consent agenda. All items appearing will be acted upon one motion without discussion unless any item is pulled for separate consideration and action. I will entertain a motion.
I'm looking to see if the after-school unlimited is under the consent. I don't recall if it's under action or consent.
It's under
Okay.
action.
I
It's
make a motion
under
to
action.
approve all the items under consent.
I'll second that motion. So, any questions, comments, or concerns? No. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes 4-0 with one absent. D, informational items. Superintendent report.
Thank you, President Contreras, board members, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. I'm very excited for the new 25-26 school year. I think in education we have a special privilege that we celebrate 2 New Years a year, right? We celebrate, of course, the new annual year, in January 1 or December 31, which when we celebrate New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But we also celebrate a beginning of a new school year. And this to me is just as exciting. When we welcome all of our students and all of our staff back to school, back to work, for the next adventure in their life, right? We've got our transitional kindergarten kids from last year are now going into kindergarten. Our 8th graders are going into 9th grade. Our 6th graders are going to junior high school. And then, of course, our high school students are also moving up a grade level, and especially those that are going to be seniors this year. It's such a big year for them in their lives. So I want to take the opportunity for all of our staff members who worked diligently with a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment over the summer to continue to provide school and educational programs for our students. Our Sparks program did an amazing job with the Sparks summer camp program. Also, our program over at Calexico High School and Aurora High Schools that provided credit recovery program for our high school students. In total, we served close to 1,000 students over the summer between a variety of different programs. Also our extended school year program for our special ed students. So collectively, over 1,000 students attended school this summer in the Calexico Unified School District. So I'm just very proud about that, and I'm very thankful for all of our employees who helped make that happen. And I also want to thank all of our 12-month employees, many of them who work here in the district. Over the summer, one might think that it's a slow time, but it's actually a very hectic time for us, because not only are we closing off the former school year, the previous school year, so in this case, the 24-25 school year, but we're also planning and preparing and organizing and getting ready to open a new school year. So there's a lot of overlap there where we're still trying to finish off everything that needs to be finished off for the previous school year, while at the same time we're getting ready the new school year. So I want to thank all of our 12-month employees who worked extremely hard this summer to get ready for the new school year. Over the past a couple of weeks, our staff has been participating in a variety of professional development sessions. We've had trainings for classified employees, for certificated employees, for management employees. These trainings or professional learning opportunities have included academics, data analysis, curriculum and instruction, leadership development, school vision, attendance, security and safety, which includes CPR, AED, first aid, and CPI training, and MTSS, PBIS training, among other trainings. So our staff has been working very diligently in bringing back our staff and providing them some professional learning, professional development over the past couple of weeks. So as educators, we too are lifelong learners, and there's always something that we could learn, something we could get better, something we could improve. That includes myself. So there's always something more we could learn, and we've been very excited and proud to have been able to provide those opportunities for our staff as well, for their learning and their professional growth, as we want to provide the best state-of-the-art, high-quality school and educational programs for our kids. I'm very excited to share that we also had this year for the first year, and we've learned that there's some things that we're going to do a little bit differently. But this year, for the very first time, we conducted a 9th grade orientation for all of our 9th grade students. They participated in a series of sessions that were pertaining to college and career ready, study skills, a process that's called Seeing Your Future in 10 Years. They were given access to their CCGI portal. and they met with their high school counselor and their school administrators. IVC was there, Imperial Valley College, San Diego State University, some of our other local partners were there, also to provide information and the importance of starting high school off on the right track and trying their best and working hard and doing their homework. And we said your goal is to become college and career ready and to graduate from high school in 12 years. So I want to thank all of our staff, Mr. John Moreno, Ms. Elisa Ramirez, one of our consultants, Mr. Blas Guerrero, who's done a lot of work with college admissions throughout the state of California, has worked throughout districts here in Imperial County, and has facilitated and assisted kids getting into from the Imperial Valley, including Calexico kids, getting into UC Berkeley, UC Davis, San Diego State, UCLA, UCI, and other programs and universities throughout California. So we're very excited that we were able to do that program. We had half of the students, ninth grade students, at the ninth grade campus yesterday, and the other half were there today. Also excited to share that, well, as like with the rest of the state of California, we are having a loss of enrollment. We are reducing our enrollment, as this is happening in almost every school district. There's just been a lower birth rate over many years, among other factors. That's not the only one, but there's just fewer students right now there that had been in decades past. But over the past week, we've experienced a wave of new students enrolling in our schools, mostly in the primary grades and transitional kinder, TK, kinder first. We've enrolled about 80 students just over the past week, and this has required us to open up a new transitional kindergarten class, a new kindergarten class, and a new first grade class. In total, we've opened up 4 new classes just this past week. Those classes are fully staffed. Thank you to our HR department for making that happen. And this also includes something that's very near and dear to my heart. We're increasing and growing our dual language immersion program at Dual Elementary School. And we now have 2 transitional kindergarten dual immersion bilingual classes, 2 kindergarten classes, and 2 first grade classes. So this is our first year that we're rolling up. We started last year with our first year was transitional kinder, and this year we rolled up to first grade. So I'm very excited that as the program rolls up, it's also growing. It's a very important program and a very, very effective program. And so with that, I want to wish everyone a very successful 2025-2026 school year. We're about a quarter of a century into the year 2000, and I'm very excited about this year. Let's work hard. Let's try our best for our students, because they deserve the best from us. Thank you so much, Board.
Thank you. Board reports. These are informational reports by the board members. No action is taken. Mr. Arellano.
Good evening, board members, Mr. Jimenez, the public. I hope everyone had a restful summer. I kind of wrote something down, but I think I'm going to go off script. I want to applaud the Sparks, everyone that's here, because you came forward and you brought it to our attention. For some of you that don't know, I was part of ACES for a lot of years, and I know what it takes and the importance of having some of these youth in school during these critical hours. So I applaud you. I think it's something that we definitely need to take a look at. And like I mentioned, I had something written down, but again, I applaud you for coming forward and bringing it to our attention. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Castillo.
Well, good evening, everybody, and again, welcome to all those here present, and of course, our Sparks team. You know, I'm glad you're here because this is kind of the beginning of our school year, and in fact, kind of the return of the board after the summer break, along, you know, with many others. And this room would be empty without you, you know, aside from a parent. So we're glad you're here, and I know the room will fill up over time. But again, thank you for sharing. You know, we are listening. We do hear. and things to consider for us as a board and a district. Again, we're coming back from our summer off, and a lot of activities starting to happen, right? Pick up again with the professional development, as Mr. Jimenez shared, a lot of the trainings happening, the work and the school sites in preparation for the welcoming of students in many capacities. Along with that, I just want to share, the board did have a retreat in July along same lines of helping us prepare for the coming year and for the district and planning long term. We do take our own professional growth, professional development as a district and a school board seriously as well, considering the factor in the direction the board's going and the district is going. So I want to thank district for allowing us to have that opportunity to meet together, to grow, to communicate and work together. I think that was very important, and I know not the last of them. The summer I know is very busy, as we heard. Although teachers are coming back, they're busy this week with their staff development, room preparations and all. But I know summers are busy for the rest of the district. Our schools going through, cleaning, construction, preparation for the new school year. So again, thank you to all those that are out, especially in the hot temperatures, early mornings driving, weekends, evenings, preparing our schools with the facilities, the construction, the cleaning, the moving. We know that happens. Our administrators and staff working throughout the summer as well for a program, but also in preparation for this year is key. So again, just recognizing everybody there. We did have a chance to participate and see and recognize the accomplishments of our second chance graduates. Students that were not able to participate in the first graduation for various reasons, but they had the opportunity to participate in their own special graduation. Something unique, and I think, for the district, and thankful that we're able to offer those opportunities for students, those memories, for not only for them, but for their family. And I don't want to take everything from the rest of the board, but I'll just share and close with, again, thank you for the return for us as a board, but also for the district. Again, we hope to see wonderful things from our school sites, from our students and staff this year. Certainly welcoming them back and wishing a best year for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Calderon?
Welcome back, everyone. Those that had the summer off, I hope you had a fun, safe, and relaxing summer. And for those that work around the calendar year, thank you for never leaving. I know firsthand that the summer time is the most hectic. There's a lot of work for facilities, for maintenance, for business, for all of operations. There's just a lot that's going on in the summer. So thank you, everyone, and welcome back. I had the honor earlier this week to meet a wonderful individual. He's coming from Romania, and I don't want to butcher his name. If you can help me, Superintendent.
Kadrut.
Kadrut. And then his last name, Pervu.
Yeah.
Pervu. So he's going to be a senior at Calexico High School. He came from Romania, and we're going to have him here hopefully at the next board meeting so everyone can meet him. But we're very honored to have him, a unique individual, very mature, very intelligent, went through a lot of hectic process to be approved and get here. He's being housed at Hortensia Armendariz, our former FRC director, now retired. Wonderful family. He's in really great hands, not just with Ms. Hortensia Armendariz and her husband, but here at the Calexico Unified School District community, the entire Calexico community. So we're excited to see him enjoy his senior year here with us from all the way from Romania. I also want to commend the students that took the opportunity to achieve their high school diploma. It was an honor to be there and see them receive their diploma. It was 40-something students, Mr. Moreno, 41 students between Aurora and Calexico High School that took that opportunity. So I want to commend them. And last but not least, I want to commend the after-school program. As a working mom, when my kids were school age, you guys were my lifesaver. You know, as a working mom, my kids were off the streets. They were being helped with in their homework area. They were having fun at the program. They were being fed at that program, supervised by wonderful individuals such as you. So I commend all of you for being here, and your hard work does not go unnoticed. So we'll try to make sure that you're treated fairly. Thank you.
Thank you. Just kind of want to welcome everybody, the students, the parents, the staff. You know, it's a new year. We get to start a lot of new programs and projects that are intended to improve our educational programs and services. You know, like you probably already heard it from everybody here. You know, we did increase the number of individuals that graduated this summer, which is kind of getting us closer to the 100% graduation rate, which is really good, right? On both schools, Aurora and the high school, you know, which is also very impressive. I know that a lot of you guys that help, you know, with getting them caught up and stuff, you know, it helps our students to complete their school. We did have a retreat with a lot of challenges in mind, a lot of financial reductions at the federal level that we're going to have to consider this year, you know, in doing the same things that we're currently doing with a lot less, trying to stay within the guidelines of what the money comes from and it's earmarked for. So, you know, as a board, we're going to have a lot of work to do this year, you know, to keep everything going and maintaining a lot of our services and programs in place. Okay. Thank you guys, and welcome to the 2025-2026 year. And when Mr. Jimenez said quarter of a century, you know, it's a lot of time. Thank you. We'll move on to E, action items. Consideration and action approval of the following items. Item number 1, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Schoolworks Incorporated to conduct a district-wide demographic studies.
A motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 2, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Kathy Gomez to provide learning and development services, transitional kinder and kinder teachers professional development during the 2025-26 school year.
A motion to approve?
I'll second that motion. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 3, agreement renewal between Calexico Unified School District and Curriculum Associates to provide iReady as a diagnostic tool for ELA and math for the 2025-2026 school year. And I'll make a motion to approve, and if we could get Ms. Lisa to do a quick review of that program.
Good evening, Elisa Ramirez, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services. So tonight we have in front of you our iReady platform. This program is used for multiple reasons. One of the things that we're always measuring is our literacy and our math growth over time. So we use it as a post and as a pre and a post assessment, and we've been presenting this data to our board on a yearly basis. We also have for the K-8 supplemental uses as a supplemental program. So the students take this test, and based on the test, it tells them what are some of the areas that they have to improve on. And students are assigned modules for the different areas. So you might have students, for example, in math, trying to learn more about decimals, and other students are learning more about fractions. So it's adjusted and it's individualized based on the student needs. It can also be used as core instruction. So if I'm teaching a new standard in 6th grade, for example, we're going to start solving equations. After I do a lesson, I can assign an iReady lesson that matches to the standard that I'm doing, while students are also doing the remedial math that they're trying to recover. For our LPAC, it's one of the filters that our students have to use in order to reclassify, so that we take also into consideration.
and it's also one of our metrics in our LCAP. The license that you see, the breakdown, the usage is primarily in K-8, so that's where the larger costs are because they do have these modules to work on. And for Calexico High School in Aurora, they use it as a pre and a post, but today during our curriculum planning, our teachers at the high school level for students with special needs agreed that they wanted to start using the licenses for that population. So we have more and more teachers wanting to use it, and they it works for the high school because our students are still in the algebra classes, and algebra, the modules go up to pre-algebra, so they have those skills to prepare our students for Algebra 1. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if any questions? So I made a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Have a second. Questions, concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 4, agreement renewal between Calexico Unified School District and After School Unlimited Incorporated to provide professional development services to teachers, administrators, support staff, and participants of the Student Wellness Project in the areas of social emotional learning, SEL, for 2025-2026 school year. If we could get Ms. Esmeralda Garcia to give us a brief description. Thank you.
Good evening, Board President, Board members, and Mr. Jimenez and community. Esmeralda Garcia, I'm the Director of Expanded Learning for Calexico. So After School Unlimited does a lot for us. Primarily, it's our main professional development. But among that is student wellness, and I'll go into that. The professional development that we offer, we are one of the only districts in the Valley that offer professional development to the extent that we offer. Every staff member is required to attend at least one a month, but she offers them over 3 days. So they have 3 days to complete it. We did the math, and it's about 250 professional development sessions throughout the year. These sessions have a capacity of about 30 participants. If I tell you the hours, it's about 4 hours a month. Over 10 months, it's about 40 hours of professional development. We do a lot more with her. We do our standard procedures, protocols for the program as well. That totals about 10 hours in the year. And then we do refreshers. The student wellness. A lot of you have come to know the student wellness, and that services our high school. Our students become student aides. We're giving back to the community. And she works with them every week. All of our staff are compensated for the time they spend in the professional development at their hourly rate. And so our commitment to this contract also is that it's written into our grant. So part of it is that. So in order for us to keep our grant, which we are being audited this year, we need to continue with it. Mm-hmm. Any questions?
If I could just emphasize though, so regardless of any other like type of is it good or bad or any personal judgments or opinions that we have, when we write grants, just like for example we got 17 million for the community schools grant. When we write a grant, we have to make it a strong grant, right? Because they're competitive grants. They don't just give them to anybody. They give them to people who win the grant, right? So application is approved. So we have to write a grant and say, what are we going to do, right? If we give you this money, what is Calexico Unified going to do with this money? Mm-hmm. And so we write different programs, different services. We're going to work with this consultant, or we're going to, create these partnerships, internal or external, right? And so I just really want to emphasize that this is something like maybe we could definitely reflect on, when we write the grant and saying whether or not we want to, going to work with this program or not work with this program, or work with this consultant or not work with this consultant. But these monies right now were approved with the grant, that includes this partnership, right? If we don't use it, then we'd be in violation of the terms and conditions of us receiving the monies that we're using. So it's something we could definitely reflect on, something we could definitely consider and think about as we move forward. But we're ready to receive the money from the state based on the way we wrote the grant. That includes this partnership.
I'm sorry, real quick. So what I'm hearing you say is that the funds that came in here, there's areas that are earmarked for professional development under this contract, specifically for this, a specific amount. So when we break down the budget area, you know, it has salary and wages, it has how much for administration, how much for each program, and is that what I'm understanding?
Absolutely, it's actually itemized, and so we have to in the grant application, it's not just you know, oh, you're going to get $5 million for expanded learning, use it as you guys want to. We actually have to itemize it as to how we're going to use it. So we have to, part of writing the grant is not only just the rationale, the philosophy, the learning objectives, the social emotional objectives, all those are part of the grant. But there's another part of the grant too that talks about the business part of it, right? And which, you know, business services gets involved. Mr. De La Torre, our assistant soups of business services, you know, to help write that part of the grant on itemizing. We don't have to include things in the application, but if we do, and the grant gets approved with the things that we included, then we have to do what we said we were going to do. Like I said, we could always, you know, reconsider moving forward, but this is money that we already received.
Thank you. Mr. Castillo?
Yeah, just a few questions clarifying here. We used this last year?
We've been using it for 8 years.
Okay. And then just looking at the language here, again, well, for the amount of the MOU, that is not the entire budget for your program. There's other dollars, et cetera. This agreement says not to exceed the allocated amount, so you may spend less, cost savings there. Okay. And then you've shared some information already. And just to be clear again, you know, we've heard from Sparks employees. I think we're talking about two separate things here now. We're talking now, right now, with this agenda item, this agreement, but there's the other concern that was raised regarding, you know, I guess their salary. Now, that's separate. That's not on the agenda tonight.
That's
but
correct.
Something I think
Yes.
we sense that we are interested in discussing further.
Absolutely.
In time. But just to make sure those are two separate items.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the agenda tonight is the agreement here as we're discussing. So I just want to steer that.
Perfect.
Thank you. Ms. Calderon?
I'm ready to make a motion with a comment. So I want to make a motion to approve, and just to piggyback on what Mr. Castillo said, the different components of the grant when the staff writes the grant for the after-school program, very independent, the professional development services from compensation or any other factors that are written in the grant. You know, they're independent from each other. So with that said, I make a motion to approve for After-School Unlimited.
Yeah, I agree with both, with Mr. Castillo and Ms. Calderon. I think it's two separate matters. I think, as a person who writes grant for work, I think it's very important to understand the differences. And I think, Mr. Jimenez, you made it clear, you know, you apply for these grants with the understanding that you're gonna do A, B, and C. But I think, hearing Sparks and working for ACES a long time ago, I think it is important that we take a look and see if there's extra funding. I think it's totally separate. I agree with Ms. Calderon. I think we move forward with the agreement, but we as a board, we go back and look at the grant to see, is there anything else we can do? Is there a separate funding that we can pull from? But 100% agree with both of you.
So currently, there's a motion on item number 4. If I could get a second.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any other questions or concerns? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. I'm sorry, yeah, comments are usually done at the beginning. So, because it's for both for the items on the agenda or items not on the agenda, so That's the reason why we can't pull it.
We could move on. If any employee wants to meet with staff, with administration, we're always more than happy to do so. And then also with the board's direction, we could also do an analysis and do a review on the other topic that was brought up today, which was on wages,
Yes.
which is separate for this. But with the board's directive, we could definitely move forward with that.
Please.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you. Item number 5, First Amendment Agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Unwind and Design Creative Studio to offer painting lessons during the summer camp 2025. Now, I'll make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 6, bid award and approval of agreement between Calexico Unified School District and A&N Quality Builders for ADA site improvement at various school sites. If I could get Mr. De La Toro to give us a brief explanation.
Good evening, board members, President Contreras, Superintendent Jimenez, and community. Absolutely, this is a bid that was put out for ADA compliance. Most of this compliance has been triggered because of all the construction that has been going on throughout the school district, mainly speaking about the solar shade structures. So when we apply through DSA to have these solar shades approved, then the inspectors come in, they take a look, and they say, okay, great, you can do these solar shades, but now you have to fix this. That may have been okay with previous codes, but with the new codes, we have to fix those. So in this case, we're looking at things like removal of existing concrete and hardscape. There's going to be new concrete walks. There's going to be new accessible curb ramps that have to be ADA compliance. New sidewalk to paving because of all the changes that we've done in the parking lots. New accessible striping for ADA compliance. Also, because we're going to be putting some EV chargers in some of these sites, we need to rearrange some of those parking spots. New wheel stops that were broken or now need to be up to code. And then some new existing concrete and pathways in some of the sites.
So in essence, your grandfather until you don't move anything. Once you begin new construction, then everything else has to be up to par, right?
That's what happens with construction. If it hadn't been touched for many years, then normally DSA is not coming out and looking to see if things are up to code. But whenever we initiate any new construction, then absolutely we will be up to code again.
So this is the add-ons to the projects, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Thank you. I don't know if anybody else has a question.
I do. Are we within budget for this particular project?
We are within budget. We were expecting this part to be triggered, and it'll still be part of the overall budget that we have for this project itself. We do have some expenditures that are coming in lower so far, and so it should be paid with everything that comes in. Once they start construction on some of these things, if we do come across anything unforeseen, then that might trigger something. But at this point, we feel that that we should be able to complete this work.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion. I'll second that motion for approval. Questions or concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 7, bid award and approval of agreement between Calexico Unified School District and A&N Quality Builders Incorporated for Family Resource Center modular building site improvements. We're kind of getting into the same same area, so I'll make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Have a second.
And then again, this got a
Questions or
DSA,
concerns?
DSA approvals for all this? For the modular, yeah.
Yes, this is a modular building that was originally slated for Enrique Camarena. Is part of the expanded learning program. That building was actually procured a couple of years ago. It didn't necessarily make any sense to put it at Enrique Camarena based on the projections. And so it's being placed at the FRC. It'll be one of the trailers that's accessible over there for staff to use. Most of the funding is being covered by expanded learning program under their grant award that they had already received in approvals. It also triggered some DSA, and so we have to do some removals of some curbs, add some curb ramps, striping, and some of the same things that I mentioned in regards to the other sites.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Do we have a DSA consultant we are working with locally? Or?
We have
Who's
there's a DSA, we work with Landmark, and they're usually the DSA inspector. They're approved by DSA. That they work with Jimmy Sanders. They work with Climate Tech as well in these projects.
Okay.
Thank you.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes 4-0. Did I jump number 8? Right. Number 8, notice of completion for the procurement and installation of district-wide shade structures.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion for approval. I'll second that motion. Any questions, concerns on that item? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 4-0. Item number 9, approval of new courses for Calexico High School. Choreography, modern dance class, intro to yearbook and publications, U.S. history and ethnic studies, Latin American literature, and agricultural chemistry.
Just my comment again, I think just glad to see the new offerings, new courses for students, giving them options and variety.
Absolutely.
Along the year.
We're very excited about these courses as well. And this was work closely with the high school, Calexico High School staff with their master scheduling so that we could, provide these types of different A through G opportunities for our kids, whether it's, through performing arts or through sciences or, whatever the category is. So, it's a good thing.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion
A second.
and a second by Mr. Castillo. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Item number 10, approval of new courses for Calexico High School, cybersecurity and computer science essentials.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Questions, concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 4-0. Item number 11, preliminary single plans for student achievement, SPSA, for 2025-2026 for William Moreno Junior High School and Aurora High School.
A motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Questions or concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 4-0. Okay, hold on, my thing froze here. Item number 12, variable terms waiver for Yvette Guadalupe Juarez Lemus, a speech and language pathologist for the 2025-26 school year.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion for approval.
Second.
I have a second by Ms. Castillo. Questions, concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 4-0.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
13.
Item number 13, variable terms waiver for Emily Elizabeth Flores Montenegro, a speech language pathologist for the 2025-26 school year.
Make a motion to approve?
I have a motion. I'll second that motion. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Quarterly report for Williams Uniform Complaint ending on June 30th, 2025.
Seeing no complaints, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions, concerns? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 15, resolution authorizing insurance of assignments for certificated staff, educational code 44865.
I'll make a motion to approve?
I'll second the resolution.
I have a motion and a second on the resolution. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I will vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 16, resolution authorizing insurance assignments for certificate staff, staff developers, Title V, California Code of Regulations, Sections 80020.4. I'll make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I will vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 17, resolution authorizing insurance and assignments of certificated staff, educational code section Title V, 80020.4, A and B.
Make a motion to approve?
Have a motion. I'll second that motion. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 18, resolution regarding disposition of surplus assets, non-assets, classroom furniture at Rockwood Elementary.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion. I'll second that motion. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 19, resolution regarding disposition of surplus assets, non-assets, office furnitures for the Family Resource Center.
Make a motion to approve?
I have a motion. I'll second that motion. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 20, resolution regarding disposition of surplus assets, non-assets, HVAC equipment at Calexico High School 9th grade campus.
Motion to approve?
I have a motion for approval
I'll second.
and a second by Mr. Arellano. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 21, resolution regarding disposition of surplus assets, non-assets, classroom furniture at Aurora High School.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. Item number 22, resolution regarding disposition of surplus assets, non-assets, technological equipment at Blind Charles Elementary.
Make a motion to approve?
I have a motion
I'll second.
and a second. Mr. Arellano?
Yes.
Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Motion passes 4-0. And I will move on to item G, announcement to convene into closed session. Thank you.